DreamWake virtual reality. Let me see if I can there. I'll leave that open while we review it. All right, thoughts. What are your thoughts, Jordan? You go first.
That was pretty solid. I can't really think of many things that I would change. The mix was really good. Uh, Also the mix between the synth wave and the metalcore and the heaviness and the poppy parts was really good.
Yeah,
There weren't really there was maybe one or two songs that was maybe more chorusy than the others, but really other than that, it was pretty straight through, pretty heavy, other
yeah,
than the choruses.
yeah.
Can't
I,
really complain about that. There were some good breakdowns. There was pretty good 808s and shit. So yeah, pretty good.
yeah, I'd say mix. I noticed that like first track, I was like mix is super solid. Very clear. Um, not overproduced or anything like that. The excuse me. The synthwave. Was surprised there wasn't like they didn't really overplay the synthwave. I don't think
Yeah.
they do aesthetically, but honestly, there's more sax than there was synthwave. It was definitely more in the background, which is fine. That's a you don't want to overdo it. There is a line, you could mess it up, and I think they did that very well. Yeah, and like you said, there was like at least I think there was like three or four solid breakdowns. Um, some nice two steps, very catchy choruses, great
Hmm.
singing. Um, the screams were good. Screams were solid. I wish he maybe could have wished he could have like added some more like maybe like lows or maybe like even a couple highs, in there
Yeah, some
just
real
to
good
hear
highs
it,
would be good.
just some here and there. Would really been a nice accentuation, but other than that, I mean, for what it is, surprisingly reminded me of Era the most. I wasn't expecting a lot of Era, and I got a lot of Era. And between
A lot of
this,
drift.
yeah, which is my favorite album from Era, and honestly, between this band and Cody's band, um, what's their name again?
Silvercore.
Silvercord. Yeah. Uh, between these two bands, like I don't need to listen to Era much anymore. Like there's bands doing it a little bit better than Era has been, and this is us saying that we gave we gave Era like a 9 out of 10 last year, um, and so I think these guys are setting some new standards. I really love this. I would definitely put this on a playlist. There's literally no song on here that I would take off. I think my favorite track was that one. I think it was still that fourth one after Knight Rider. I think it was Elixir, maybe. Um, the very ballady one with the strong breakdown in it too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Super solid. It met my expectations and probably went a little bit past that too. Like I said, I was super excited to listen to this album. I heard a lot of people talking about it, and like I said, I love synthwave in general, anyways. So, and saxophones, gotta love saxophones. Uh, under
Hmm.
underutilized piece of machinery in metal. Um, so, what would you rate this?
Hmm. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah.
It's definitely not something I could listen to all the time, but I would definitely put a couple songs on a playlist
Hmm.
and have them in there. But yeah, I'll give it a 9. Pretty
Yeah.
solid.
I'm I was thinking I'm like right there between the 9 and the 10 for me because uh it was pretty damn near perfect, but so I'll probably stick with a 9 as well. Um I
If the
usually
vocals were a little more varied, I would
mhm,
probably bump it up a little bit.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I agree with that with the if he could just, bring out a little bit of them highs, get a little nice during that breakdown, just a little aggressiveness. Um but other than that, yeah, still a 9. Very solid 9. Uh, and for me, like, still a 9. For me, that's an A plus. Like, I usually reserve my 10s for stuff that has something in there that'll hit me emotionally. Um,
Yeah.
and so I didn't get that yet. But I'm definitely gonna keep listening to this album, and I could see it being a contender for my albums of the year so far. I don't nothing has come out really that's blown me away yet. So but even still, this is a pretty high bar. I'll give them that. Um, so if anybody in the chat wants to let us know what you thought of the album, that'd be cool too. But so yeah, we agree with the 9 out of 10, and definitely gonna be one of the top albums of the year for me. So great job, Dreamwake.